showing you how to build like a pro. At school, I like to consider myself the best, Fortnite player and builder, in the entire school. Many people also know me as the best Fortnite player. Some people ask me, how do I get so good? Jason, if you're watching this might be important. To start off with being good at building, it's all about settings. You have to have Builder Pro on. Builder Pro makes it so you can build faster and easier. If you look at the top corners of this, it says aim down sights with LT. Previous weapon, that's combat controls. This Sarah piece is LT. When you have your construction thing out, you press LT, RT, LB, and RB, and that places a specific, block or whatever. It makes it so it's easier to build, just let's say that. The next setting is you have to have sensitivity as high as you want. I have it at 2 to build as fastly as possible. Next setting is, if you go down here to build immediately. Build immediately makes it so there's basically no gap between folding out a material or a wall or a floor or a ramp or a pyramid and placing it. It builds immediately as you take it out, this certain type of thing. So you might want to have that on if you want to do building. The basic thing I can teach you right now is normal ramping. Everyone knows this, everyone knows how to do it, and everyone's done it. If you're a default, this is probably your favorite thing to do in the world. You like to build up to heaven and then jump down and probably kill yourself. This is probably the least efficient thing you can do. People, if you're ramping someone, or just in general doing this, people will shoot you down thinking, oh, it's just a single ramp wall. I'll kill it, I'll destroy it, getting a free kill. It's not very effective, but something more effective is doing that. That makes it so when you're ramping someone, it makes it harder for them to shoot you down because they have to shoot through 2 layers of, a wall and the ramp. But why people need to practice this is because if they're ramping like this, they'll accidentally place a wall right in front of their head while they're going up, and now we'll stall them, so they have to go around and start again, which gives the enemy more time to shoot them down. That is basically one of the problems with doing something is this. And as I go on with the list, the material gets more expensive. It gets way more expensive for materials, and just letting you know, if you want to try these out, you gotta have a lot of materials. If you can see in the background right there, I was practicing today. I was practicing earlier on all these. I have like a few towers up. The next thing I know is triple ramping. This takes a lot of practice to do, especially for someone who just starts playing. You want to basically take it slow when you practice building this. This is probably the best you can do if you don't want to waste any mats, but you want to be efficient at ramping someone. You take it nice and easy, place a floor, a wall, ramp, and you keep doing this until you're fast enough. This makes it even harder to put a wall in your head, so you might want to be careful while doing this. Okay? But it's probably very protected. They have to shoot through 3 layers to get to you, which by the time you're done shooting it, you'll be right over their head and ready to kill them. The next thing I know is quadruple ramping. This is something very complicated. It takes a lot of mats and, protects you while you're ramping. The way I start it is I basically do triple ramp. I place a ramp, floor, wall, ramp. Basically do the same thing very slow until you basically get the pattern right. This is probably the best thing you can do if you want to push someone, or you just want to build a stairway to heaven. You never know. It takes a lot of practice to do it, so you may want to practice it probably a couple times a day to get good at it. It's very expensive. I don't understand why anyone would want to do that in a normal game. Maybe playground it would be fun, but besides that, it's basically useless. The next thing I have to show you is as easy as doing, double layer. It's basically you're putting 2 ramps down, and you're doing this. Anyone can do this. It's as easy as probably putting 1 ramp up in the sky, but you just gotta move your trigger, or basically your aim down sights thing in the center, and just move it over to a little bit when you want to do it. Double ramping is effective if you're pushing someone and you don't want to know what side they're on. Say you're ramping someone and they shoot down this side, you're not on this side and they want to shoot it down. But yet they can shoot down that and you're dead. Basically gives you a little more time to push them because they won't know exactly where you're at. The next phase to this is probably, it's double layer, double ramping. Now, to do this, you gotta place down two ramps and walls. Take it easy, take it slow. You do the exact same thing as last time, but you put two walls. You slide it on in, slide it on in. You basically just slide the walls into the ramps, making it easy. This is probably one of the more effective things to do if you're ramping someone with a team, because your whole team could be running up this, and an enemy could shoot it down, and they don't know where you're at. Very protective and very good. Now, next thing I have to show you is probably the most complicated thing here. Not even I can properly do this without messing up. It's double ramp, triple wall, or triple double ramping. You do this. The easiest way I found it is if you do the same thing, but you do that. It's basically like doing your triple ramp, but you gotta do it twice, which probably gives you not a lot of time. I mean, if you're good, you can do this with ease, but for me, it's a little hard, so I have to do this. I like to consider myself pro-ready, but I'm not as good as, obviously, Tifu or someone who can easily do this. If I see someone ramping me, well, faster than this, I would be pretty scared. You do triple ramp, place that down, triple ramp, but you do it quick. I discovered that while practicing earlier. Basically, hardest thing to shoot through. It's basically 6 layers that they have to shoot through. It takes a lot of bullets. It's a waste of mats, but you know, if you want to scare someone before you fight them, then they're gonna be scared. They're gonna be peeing their pants when they see you. Now, the next thing I have to show you is editing. Go back to the settings, and there's a thing called editing. Where is it at? It's editing time. I forget where it's at. It's down here, isn't it? It automatically puts you at 0.10. This is basically how long you have to hold B or circle on console to edit. I have at a 0.16, so it's basically like you have to push the button down to edit. It's fast. You basically want this maybe as high as you want, but if I'm in a fight and I'm building and I press B to exit out of my construction thing on a wall like that, I might accidentally click the edit and I might have some problems. Although, if you want to get good at editing, the first thing is there's a thing called 90s. Well, this isn't part of it if you want to get good. You do it, almost make a full wall around yourself. I think I put a full wall. You do that, 2 sides and up. You're basically leaving a gap between all these walls. You're leaving one. It's quicker to get up. Oops, my bad. It's basically very quick to get up. And also, if you want to practice building your walls, just start from here. You want to edit down as fast as you can. Obviously, I'm not going to do it as fast as I can. If I could, I'd be there down in 10 seconds. But you basically want to quickly edit your way down as fast as you can. This will make it so, like, if you're getting shot down, you can quickly do this and get down without them basically noticing. They'll still think you're on the top, and they'll get a free kill by shooting you down. But by doing this, you might have a quicker way to get down. It's quiet, and, well, it just helps you practice. Now, next thing is, okay, let's make a scenario. Someone's trapped in a 1x1 right here. And it's all your walls. And you want to play aggressive, and you want to get in there. Now, some problems is, like, say here. Edge of a ramp, you make that. You edit this. If you do that, wait, I don't know what I did. In a scenario like this, it will break. So if someone's trapped in there, you edit it, it will break wide open and it will give them a perfect chance to shoot you. Now if someone's in this, one thing you can do is a quick edit. You can open this one window up and you can shoot them. Or you can make a door or anything, really. Anything works. You can open the side or whatever. But most of the time when someone don't want to get edited on, they'll break the stairs and they'll put one there. So it's like, here, let's see here. Edit the stairs like that. So if they're on the other side, they will try their hardest not to get shot. Now, another thing you can do is you can circle around, edit this, and you can just shoot them from here, like break it. or you can do it from this side. It doesn't really matter. Basically, getting the skill of learning what presets of building will help you become a better player. Now, Tifa over here, Symphony and all of them, they are on PC and mouse. That's basically easier. It's faster to drag a mouse perfectly than moving a console joystick. Basically, you want to practice this for multiple days, probably an hour or so. Basically, the whole playground match is practicing your building presets. It's easy to try, it will help you save your life, and it's helped me win multiple games. I myself have this is not an accomplishment, I have not played lots of Fortnite since Season 1. I've gotten over 100 wins by building fast. I'm known as a very fast builder, but when I don't play, it's a little challenging now. I hope if you're a new player, this video has helped you out a little bit in getting better at building. If there's anything else you want me to show you, just let me know in the comment section, and well, I guess I'll see you next time. Peace.